I swear nothing will stop me from fighting, from conquering. I'm your beautiful ruler, your god of the water. I am your king. Leader stepping down, the leader stepping down. Here to take the crown, I'm here to take the crown. Crown me, dress me as your majesty. Bow down for me on both knees and kiss the ring. Crown me, dress me as your majesty. Bow down for me on both knees and kiss the ring. I am king.
Hello viewers and welcome to episode 6 of King Me, Rise of a Drag King. I'm Gunnar Gatlin, this week's host and judge of King Me. We hope you've enjoyed the season so far. For this week's challenge, our contestants were asked to show us different decades of drag. But before we get to that, a word from our sponsors.
Mr. Zorg's office. Just a minute. Mr. Zorg, I know you said never to disturb you except if it's for Mr. Shadow, and these people are with Mr. Shadow. Right away, sir. Mr. Zorg will see you now.
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Voila! The ZE7. It's light, handles adjustable for easy, good for righties and lefties, breaks down in 4 parts, undetectable by X-ray, ideal for the discrete interventions, a word on firepower, titanium recharger, 3,000 round clip with bursts of 3 to 300, and with the replay button, another Zorg invention, it's even easier. All for the low, low price of 4 stones. You heard that right. Not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 stones. Hang on just a moment. Oh. You found the stones. Where are you? Yes, come over now. All right, pack it up. Looks like all sales are final right now and the market is now closed. So be sure to tune in, folks. You just never know when Zorg is about to have another blowout sale here. Yes, of course. You warriors, be proud. So what if the government's exiled your existence?
Are you tired of listening to women's nonsense? Do you miss the good old days when a steak and a blowjob was waiting for you when you got home? Are you over gals worrying their pretty little heads about things that don't concern them? I'm NSFW, International Playboy and Certified Hot Dog Water Sommelier. I'm here to tell you about an amazing product that has changed my life. Dame Be Quiet. Dame Be Quiet restores the peace to a man's castle. With one simple spritz, it stops a woman's gab in its tracks.
Darling, we need to pay the light bills. I pay it out on my allowance. Miss, I'm tired. Do you think you could take the baby? Childcare is really work. Hennis, you know, I didn't... That's what's so great! Let's go to bed. You should eat more vegetable. Do you want steak for dinner? Smoking is bad for your health. Should I get you a drink as well?
We fail to move ahead. We fail to develop efficient
That
military,
John Kennedy
economic,
seems
and
like a
social
good enough
regulation.
man.
Then I think that the tides are beginning to run against us. I don't want historians 10 years from now to say, these
Women don't know anything about politics.
It works on your wife and your girlfriend.
When are you going to tell your wife about us? Some things are just best kept secret.
After a long day on the clock, I just want to come home and watch the game in peace. Dame Be Quiet makes that possible.
My mother won't stop nagging me after I brought home a Japanese girl after the war. I have to tell her all the time, Mother, Suki's a respectable, nice young lady, and the war's been over for years. Thanks to Dame Be Quiet, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
My wife kept asking me questions about those weekend golfing trips I took with my buddy, but now she minds her own business.
Dame be quiet, because if we wanted to hear a woman's opinion, we'd give it to her. Available at fine retailers everywhere.
Hi. You're totally a Betty.
Like, totally gagged me with the spoon.
Bag your face.
Guys, are you tired of that being your weekend scene? I have just a fix for you. It's too legit to quit? Bod by Trey. That's right. Give me 5 minutes and I'll give you a totally ripping bod, bitchin' dance moves, and all the bodacious babes. It's simple as this. 5 moves, your favorite jams, and you'll be sweating off those calories. Let me show you what I mean. Hit it, DJ. Move 1, guys. We've got to get the heart pumping and the cardio rocking. That's right. It's time to go and get some calories happening. Let's do the running, man. That's right. Work that. Work it. Stretch those legs. Get it going. You run the right way, and all the ladies will be running to you. All right, guys. Move 2. We can't leave the extremities out. Girls love a rocking hard arm. So, it's time to bust out that cabbage patch. That's right. Also work that middle section. We'll make the ladies run, and they'll be falling into your arms. One thing to remember, very important. Cabbage patch, we don't have no robots. That's right, it's all about smooth. You can reverse it. Just make sure you're smooth as butter. All right, guys, we're moving on to move number 3. It's time to get the rest of the body involved. It's time for the spring roll. That's right. Work that out. Get those abs. Send that leg all the way around. You do it just right, and those ladies will be leaving wet. All right, guys, we're moving along to move number 4. We got to get that heart rate back up, melt those calories, and have those ladies come running. It's time to do the Roger Rabbit. You got it. Pump it up. That's right. You can go forward and then back again. And back again. Do that right, guys, and you'll be one rockin' bod for all those ladies. All right, guys, we're almost there. Every workout needs a cool down, and it's time for ours. We don't just cool down any old way. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bust a move with the electric slide. Now this is one you can make your own. I like to call mine the electric raise slide. That's right, work it out. Spin your way or slide your way to those ladies' hearts.
You get those moves and jams like this. Can't touch it, beat it, push it, whip it, and more. And it's all just $19.95. That's right, $19.95. Take all that, and you'll have everyone in the club saying, he's bad. And you'll go from that total Barney to the boy toy every lady wants. And make your weekend scene totally tubular.
Oh my god, like, you're totally an ace. Those dance moves are banging.
You're one radical Betty. What do you say we motor out of here? See what base we can get to tonight.
Like, totally.
Wow, well that was the best commercial break of my life. Potato chip? In case you hadn't realized, that was our challenge. Some of these contestants really brought it. It was great to see the different decades of drag through these commercials. Well, thank you contestants for your time. It's time to deliberate with the judges and find out who this week's challenge winner is.
So, let's talk about Poppy Churro this week.
Okay.
Okay, so when I watched Poppy's, I wasn't really sure what I was watching. Like, I kind of got it, and I kind of got where he was going, and he got the future, and it was supposed to be a future commercial, but what are you selling me? Are you selling me the gun? Or what's the person answering the phone? What is that pertaining to? Because I couldn't hear them very much, so I got really lost as to what he was trying to sell us and what product he was trying to get across. So, I don't know, I just got really lost on Poppy's commercial, and it was really short. It was less than 3 minutes, and...
Yeah, I got, after he got to the point of where he was standing there with the gun, I got that he was trying to sell the gun, but I don't think he did a good job of selling the gun, and it was hard to hear him, so I didn't really get a chance to hear the features of what he was trying to sell. So, did it look futuristic? Yes. Was it a commercial? Kind of. I don't really feel that it was a great commercial. Actually, what it reminded me of was more like a clip of a movie from the future. Like, you walk into an office and there's some receptionist, and then you got to go talk to the boss, and the boss is in the middle of something that we interrupted. That's more what I felt like than that I was actually watching a commercial. And being as part of the challenge was to, or the challenge was to give us a commercial, I felt like it definitely fell short.
Right, and sell us a manly product. So what was special about that product, and why didn't he say more about it? Or like, I just didn't feel, I got lost for the first part of it, and when I got it, I was like, oh, that was really short, and I wish there was more so I could understand what he was trying to sell me. What I loved about it, though, it was futuristic, and it was really nice to see Poppy do something, again, different and growing as a drag entertainer. It's nice to see.
Yeah, he was definitely futuristic, you could tell that, so the decade part of it, you got. Again, I just wish it was more of a commercial and there was more about the product that he was trying to sell.
Right. Okay, so let's go to Trey Alizé. So Trey Alizé, I really loved where he was going. I love that era. It's really nice, and his personality was really big. But again, for a minute, I wasn't sure what he was selling until later on, and I got into it. And like in commercials, it's like in the beginning, you tell what you're selling, you talk about it, and then you show what you're selling again, so people understand. And I feel like it took me too long to understand what he was selling, but it was fun that he got. It was really active, and he danced, and it was really nice, and I liked where he was going with it.
I thought that Trey's was good.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't my favorite challenge. He had a lot of personality. The clothes that he picked and the style that he picked and the music that he picked represented his era. So decade challenge accomplished.
Right.
And it was the goal was like sell a manly product. And I feel like he didn't necessarily pick a product, if that makes sense. But that's kind of nitpicky because some people could disagree and say that you know, he was selling a product, but he was selling an exercise routine, but he wasn't even really selling it because he told you all the steps in the commercial. So at the end, it did look more like a commercial, you know, and it was cute the way he played it, like, this is to get the ladies. I thought that was cute. Definitely that charming side of Trey that he likes to show.
Right.
So I thought he did a decent job. Was it my favorite? No, could he have done things a little bit differently and better? Of course, but we all always can. But, you know, I mean, it was, I guess, you're saying that it took you a while to see what he was selling. I mean, after the intro and then he went into it, I can see why you say it took you a while to see, because I guess it did take a little while to get to the point, but I still feel like I got it
right
pretty quickly, like, and I just feel like it wasn't, I guess ultimately what I'm trying to say is I didn't really feel like he was selling a product so much as giving it away, because he already told you all the steps, and so he could have set that up better. Like, if you liked what you saw this time, join me for my next class and then done something else, and sold it more of like I do all kinds of body by Trey workouts, as opposed to it's just to get the ladies, it's just these 5 moves.
Right. I feel like I just wanted a little bit more. I just wanted him to, I wanted him to sell me his product more and do something more. But it was really great. I love that era. It was my favorite era. So.
Something, because we were talking about something that could make trades a little bit better, because, like, whenever you think about the 80s exercise commercials, when they're trying to sell that, they always have people in the background, like, doing the exercises with you. I think if he had maybe a couple people that could have thrown on some outfits and maybe done some of those moves with him, that it probably would have given you that more that you were looking for. So that could have made it even bigger and made it pop more.
Like Richard Simmons
Bodies
style?
by Trey. Show us some of the people that you have transformed. Show us some of those Bodies by Trey. Bring them in the commercial. I love that he has the balls, or in this case, the shaft, to wear the outfit that he did with his cock dangling around the whole time.
Right. I was like, look at her
funny.
dingling.
I liked it. But again, he stuck to the 80s. The clothes that he picked in the beginning, the music, everything.
Then we'll go on. The next one is NSFW. And Ennis surprised me because he told us his product. He did a whole commercial talking about his product. And then at the end, he even had customers talk about his product and how we should buy it. And it was just set up really nice. And he really played every part of an infomercial. If I was sitting on my couch watching TV and Ennis's infomercial came on, I would think it was real and professional. It was nice how it was set up. It was very clear on what he was selling.
Yes. So he nailed the decade that he had. It was, it was in black and white. He did a great job portraying the character of that time. He did a great job selling his product. The commercial was exactly what a commercial. I mean, it definitely looked like that. The customers at the end were awesome. The one thing that I originally was going to critique him for was that he never mentioned the price of his product. But then I thought about it, and from all the black and white commercials that I have seen, I can't recall there being mention of the price of a product.
I don't think
because
they did.
At that time, that's not what they went for. They didn't say, oh, buy this product and it's only this much money. They really sold the product. So I decided that was actually good that he didn't mention the product, because it means it really researched his era even more. However, it did remind me that at that time, branding was very important. Like all the old commercials, if it was about Chevy, they said Chevy and they had the Chevy logo everywhere. If they were selling an aftershave product, that product label and that product name was everywhere, even in the jingles that they did back in the day. I'm nitpicking because I loved his commercial. I think he nailed it. I just think that maybe every time he sprayed, if it was a little more obvious, he would pause and show the brand name of his product. Just because, like I said, branding back then was very important.
Right. I loved how masculine Ennis was this week, because, as we know, in America, people really like their kings to be masculine, and so when he shows us that side, it really helps a lot, America see that he can do different styles of drag.
So the judges have deliberated, and it's time to announce this week's challenge winner. This week's winner is Ennis FW. This week's challenge winner will receive a special package all the way from Los Angeles, California, designed by Kenny of Kenny Gear. And this week, we've decided that no one is going home. So you all get to stay, but you better bring it next week, because it's finals. It's hard to believe that this season is almost over. In one more episode, we'll be crowning the first ever international drag king superstar. Who's going to be the winner? For our final episode, contestants are going to be asked to put on their own drag show. They'll also be asked to lip sync for their life. Who will come out victorious and who will have to go home? Don't forget to visit our GoFundMe. You can always donate some money to the winner. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Please subscribe and like King Me, Rise of the Drag King.
Fame's a disease.